Boom chicka pow, guys. Welcome back to our channel. As always, I'm Daniel and this is
Angela.
And we are Sushi for frickin' 2. Remember it going forward. So, we actually have another piece of new content to share with you guys. What we're going to be doing going forward is Q&A Tuesday. And what we're going to be doing is answering your burning questions right after this. And we're back just like that. So, for Q&A Tuesday, what we're going to be doing is we actually pulled some questions off of Instagram, and we have 3 questions to answer for all of our followers and all our viewers. So what we're going to be doing, Angela's going to read each question, and we're going to answer all of them one at a time or together, whatever it may be, to get to the bottom of whatever the questions are. So, with that being said, Angela, take it away.
So our first question, the most obvious one, why are you guys called Sushi for 2?
So I think to answer that question, you should be the front line of that.
What? Okay, fine. So we were thinking about what to call our blog. We were thinking for a long time. We didn't know. We were thinking about like our favorite animals, our favorite restaurants. We had no idea. And I got inspired by one of my favorite shows ever, Glee. If there's any fans, let us know.
In the comments down below.
Literally the best show on this planet. Before. Now it's not my favorite, but it is one of my favorites still. And on Glee, if any of you watched, there was a show on Glee, and one of the characters, she had like a little daytime talk show, like funny like internet show, and it was called Fondue for 2. And it was her with her fat cat, Lord Tubington, but that's not the point. And when we were talking about what names to pick, when we were thinking about foods and everything, I was sitting with my little sister, I'm gonna give her credit too, and she was like, oh, think of shows you like, whatever. And then it just came to my head, Fondue for 2, and she was like, Sushi for 2, and I was like, oh my god, this is just wonderful, beautiful. And I texted Daniel, and Daniel was like, let's do it. So, and the reason it's sushi, do you want to explain that part, why it's sushi?
So basically, are you okay?
I'm good.
You're tearing up over the
I'm good.
The origin story of our name. Don't choke. What are you doing? Okay, so back to the question. So one of our favorite restaurants and cuisines is sushi, actually. Well, if you can't tell by the name. So that was kind of the purpose of why we chose sushi, and she talked about the Glee. But a little bit more backstory on how we even started this. When I went to school, we were doing long distance, and it's a project to kind of keep us still working together, still kind of keeping us on top of one another, not physically, of course. Come on now, guys, like, you guys are gross. What we decided to do, like I said, we decided to make a blog, and with that blog, we wanted to create a brand, we wanted to stay connected, we wanted to work on something together that always piqued our interest, not to forget about one another. And what we decided to do was create that blog, and one thing led to another. A few months later, we're now actually living together, and on top of everything, we decided to continue or actually start our YouTube channel. So, all in all, to answer this question, so whoever sent it, please, thank you so much for asking this. Sushi for 2 is basically the origin story behind it was Glee. We love sushi, and it's 2 of us, honestly. Other than that, it just has a really nice ring to it. Plus, it gives an excuse to go to sushi restaurants all the time. Probably some sponsorships coming down the line. So we try to think ahead. I think that's the answer to the question the best.
Yes.
All right, so let's move on to number 2.
I don't know the order that I should ask them. You actually kind of answered one of, we have 4 questions actually, and then what made you decide to start YouTube or vlogging? You already answered that, sort of.
I can kind of go over it just really quickly. So if you get to answer that question really quickly, since I did go over it.
Yeah.
we were already dating. I had to move from Miami to Orlando for school, and because of that, we had a 3.5 hour driving distance living in between each other. And with that being said, with that long distance, we didn't want to, say sayonara or ciao or anything like that. We said, like, you know what? We could do this, but in order to make it really work, what can we do? And we incorporating visiting once a month. If you guys really want to get in depth in this, you guys can go to our blog, and we have a whole long distance posting or post
series.
Yeah, theories and tips
series.
And guides and everything like that to it. For the series, sorry. But basically, with that being said, we started this whole blog and YouTube adventure because of that, and it's really blowing up to something that we didn't even think could happen. So of course, when it comes to the viewers, when it comes to the followers, thank you guys so much. We even have not merch, but we have our own shirts now. That's crazy.
Okay, next one. How did you meet?
The floor is yours, my love.
No, this time it's yours.
What?
I answered the last question.
Okay. I just answered 15. All right. Okay. I have to make sure I get this right, guys. That's why I wanted her to go first. Okay. This is kind of crazy. You guys may not believe it. When we share this story with a lot of people, they say, oh, come on, what's the real story? What's the origin behind the two of you, not just Sushi for Two? And it takes us back, actually, if I quickly do the math in my head, that minus that, 16 years ago. We met 16 years ago. We were 8, and we met in the 4th grade. Of course, we had our ups and downs. We really liked each other. We hated each other. There was time where I'll be honest, I decided not to talk to her for a good old year. But we've known each other since elementary, middle school, high school, went to the same college, graduated together, actually with the same GPA. You can't make this up.
We were roommates in college.
Also roommates in college. On top of everything, we did the whole long distance thing. We now live together, but basically it was 16 years in the making to where we are right now. And it was a wild ride. It's so many memories, so many good things. When I say bad things, not necessarily that we have issues with each other, but there were just a lot of ups and downs that really formed us into a cohesive unit. Anything you want to add?
It's just so crazy now that I think about it, because to me, when I think about it, I've known him for so long, and I said this before, we've known each other longer than we haven't known each other, if that makes sense. My life, I've known him longer than I've not known him, which is just so wild that through all of these phases in life, even if we were friends, we weren't friends, whatever, he knows, if I say an elementary school joke about a teacher I had, or middle school about a class I had, he knows, and he knows everything that went on, and I know more or less what went on in his life at the time. He didn't mention we were neighbors too. So
the reason we went to the same school and the same bus was because she literally lived across the street. And one thing I just want to say, she mentioned that I do get her jokes. They're just not funny, but I do get them.
Yeah, you had to mention that. No, it's just so crazy to me. And then when people ask us, maybe you don't think this, but when people ask me, when I tell them oh yes, blah blah blah, I'm in a relationship, whatever, if somebody asks me, and they ask oh, how long have you two been together? And I'm oh, 2 years. And people know, when I talk about our relationship, I speak with such, I don't know if the right word is I guess passion, not really, but happiness, and it's I make it sound it's just this very long term, I've been in a relationship for so long, but then I'm oh, 2 years. It doesn't sound like anything. I don't know. But in reality, it's so much longer than that, Yeah.
So when she says 2 years,
officially,
we've been officially dating for 2 years.
We have a established date.
Right. So about 2 weeks ago was actually the mark of our 2-year anniversary, and that's kind of, if you guys want to go check out the surprise challenge video that I made for Angela for her birthday and anniversary gift. There's a nice little surprise. It was a lot of fun. A lot of fun that we got to even do that and had the opportunity to do that in Orlando. But to answer the question, that's exactly how we met. There's a lot of back history. I would say.
Do you feel that? Like when people ask you, like, oh, how long have we been together? Like 2 years doesn't sound like so much, but like, how can I explain?
Well, I remember when we had Orgo Lab together and our classmates asked, like, how long have you guys known each other?
Yeah.
And we said, like, since 8 years old. They were just swooning everywhere. And
Yeah.
that's literally the expression that we get from everybody. And we don't just say that to try to show off. It's just that is what happened. That's just how the plan, whoever made it, put it onto paper. So that's what really made it wild.
Yeah, it's crazy.
But if I had to say anything, our relationship, I would say since we've known each other for so long, is like a fine glass of aged wine.
Wow.
You know?
Not a steak?
Dry aged steak? Let's not go that far.
You don't like wine.
Let's not go that far.
You don't like wine. You hate wine.
Well, it's the metaphor. The perfect metaphor, okay?
You hate it.
You love Moscato stuff, I get.
But those are not aged. Okay, and then the last question. I hope that answers it good. I think it did.
We're just all over the place. Sorry.
Did it answer it good? I think so.
I think that was more information that they asked.
And then the last question for today is, who are you guys? I guess that means like individually.
Listen, guys, when you guys write these questions, can you guys like be a little specific? Come on, but at least give us some specifics, something to grab onto.
Ew. So I can go first. Well, obviously my name is Angela. I'm 24, I think. I honestly.
You think?
What's crazy is that
too much wine.
No, what's crazy is like I'm losing track. Am I 23 or 24? I don't know. I think I'm 24.
You are 24.
I'm 24. And I'm currently a student in school, hopefully soon to be dental student. Cross my fingers. And I live here in Orlando now. I just moved out of my house in Miami and I moved in here with Daniel. Living here, it's been so much fun. It's been great. It's totally different having our own place. And my own place is my first like own apartment, so it's really, really cool and really fun. But that's a little bit about me. Some hobbies, oh my gosh. I like to work out. I like to watch makeup videos. I'm obsessed with makeup. If you guys do like makeup too, I have a bunch of makeup posts on our blog. And I love to just relax and just unwind and take it slow when I'm not studying. I appreciate my free time.
So we actually just got out of the movie Joker, and we're not going to spoil anything, but if I had to tie my life into anything, I would say it was like that movie.
What?
So, alright everyone, I'm just joking around. It's a little similar. I am a little nuts. But, anywho, my name is Daniel. I am this sushi when it comes to Sushi For. Okay, there we go. This Sushi For two. Not the other one. And I was born in New York.
Oh, we're going that far into
well,
it?
I'm just trying to give them the spice of life.
I didn't say where I was born.
Well, I mean, you wasted your turn, right?
Okay,
now
okay.
you have to listen to my origin story, okay?
Okay, not the full thing.
Born and raised in Brooklyn, New York. Also lived in Staten Island until I was 8, which is when I moved to the same neck of the woods where Angela lived. Since she didn't mention it, she was born in Ohio, moved to New York and New Jersey, and then somehow in all that moving around, she ended up being at 8 years old in the same neck of the woods where I was. So somehow we were all the way in Northeast, all the way down to the Southeast.
So strange.
I don't know. I think she was following me because I got there first, and then she kept following me. It's a whole different mess. We'll have to have a separate video for that. Moved to Miami, and just a little bit about me. There's so much to say.
He's 24 too.
I'm 24. I am a Taurus, born and raised in April of 1995.
I'm a Virgo, so if you guys are into zodiacs, I used to not be, but now I kind of am a little bit. And maybe that'll also give you some insight about who we are as people, because I'm a Virgo. Calm, rational, Taurus, stubborn, nuts, nice, caring, I guess, if that's one of them.
Loving.
Maybe that's one of our next
Amazing.
videos. One of our next videos might be like going over like our signs. Oh my god, that's so cool. Video idea. But I'm a Virgo, so if that gives you any ideas and traits of who I am. Okay, sorry.
You see, like that's what a Virgo does. Interrupts when I have the floor.
Oh my gosh, just go.
Okay, so with that being said, I graduated from UCF. We both did. We're both Knights. And then once I graduated from there, I actually went to pharmacy school at UF. So that's where I'm currently actually studying to become a pharmacist. And that's why she mentioned that she's trying to get into dental school. So that's kind of our vision going forward. I love IT. I love building computers. I love editing videos. I love cameras. The whole last summer I was taking photography lessons. I still can't shoot a photo or video to save my life, but I took the damn classes and I have the certificates if anyone needs to see them. It's just, I love YouTube and I just have such a genuine passion for all the videos that we're making, all the lives that we're trying to impact, just how we're trying to connect with all of our audience. That's just kind of a little bit about me. If you guys want to learn more, I wrote a lot about us, basically everything on our blog if you guys want to check that out. But if you want to see a video about it specifically, we're going to have more content coming out about that. So just always ask away. Ask us through email, Facebook, ask us through basically any social media platform.
Instagram, the biggest one.
Twitter, everything. Just whatever you guys want to ask us, any burning questions. Even, of course, even in the comments down below. Come on, guys, write something. Do we have any more questions?
That's it.
That's everything?
Yes.
So, guys, thank you so much. I hope you guys liked our little new idea. We're still trying to work on the quirks of it. But going forward, we just want to share the little schedule of how we're going to be structuring our videos. Every Tuesday, we're going to have Q&A Tuesday. Every Friday, we're going to have Friday Night Bites, and we're going to have a video coming out about exactly what that is. And of course, in all that mumbo jumbo, we're going to be having weekly or bi-weekly skits and challenge videos coming out, just to kind of pull that full frame together. And we really are excited to be producing this content because it's something that we've been working on for a really long time. We're finally actually in person now. It's not, instead of just working on that single blog. We have so many creative ideas that we don't even know where to start. And we really feel with these things coming forward, with these projects that we're trying to bring to you, it's gonna be a wild ride. So
yeah,
you guys,
over here, it's gonna be a wild ride. Cowabunga.
You see, Virgo, wine, a lot of wine, guys.
Wild ride.
So with that being said,
excited.
guys, please subscribe down below, hit that notification bell, leave a comment on what you guys want to see, what you guys liked, what you guys hated. Let me know if you guys like our little shirts, because that's as official as it gets right now. Make sure to follow us on Instagram, Twitter. I was about to say Google+, but that has been long gone. Rest in peace. Anything to add?
No, that's it. Thank you for watching our video.
We'll see you guys next Tuesday on Q&A Tuesday. Wow, that sounds really corny. All right, we'll see you guys later.
Bye.